learn differently, they look differently, they talk differently, they move differently, that it's irrelevant, that they are full members welcomed by you as the teacher into your classroom. That's important, very important. Try to create an atmosphere of relaxed alertness in a low threat. So in other words, it means to make sure your classroom is a place of welcome, that it is safe, that all students feel welcomed. Each brain is unique. The brain structures actually change by learning. So your brain constantly changes by learning. If you don't practice your guitar playing for 2 years and you used to know how to play guitar, chances are you're going to forget because you don't use it. And certain information that you don't use, you either grow out of or it's no longer of interest to you, it fades from the brain. Because there's always renewal. There's always new things that you are interested in learning about, and that keeps your brain sharp. Use multifaceted teaching strategies to attract individual interest and let students express their auditory, visual, tactile, or emotional preferences. So again, just to make sure that your lessons are balanced to address visual learning, visual, auditory, and tactile kinesthetic styles of learning. Okay, I have a question. Tell me one thing that everybody knows about Canada. Who's going to put their hand up? Quick. I need somebody to be brave. Michael, what do you know about Canada, Michael? Maple leaf? Very good. Good. Maple leaf, that's right. That's the symbol of it's on our flag, and it is very, very important to Canada. Our sports teams wear the Canadian flag, and of course the maple leaf, because we have maple syrup. Okay, maple syrup goes on pancakes, and it makes them delicious. So thank you. The reason I did that is I want to make sure you're all still with me, okay? Thank you, Michael. Okay, here we go. Here's some more brain-based games. Let's play with some words. What do you see? Notice this in Spanish. ¿Qué es lo que ves? All right. So what do you see? Okay, just think about that. What do you see? Good. Okay, now let's look again closely. In black, you can read the word good. In white, you read the word evil. Look. Look at the white lettering. E-V-I-L. So it depends on your perspective. Are we looking at a perspective of students with disabilities as being somehow devalued or just different? All right. By the way, did you notice, Michael? En negro puedes leer la palabra good, en blanco la palabra evil. Hey, come on, aplauso por my Spanish. Muchas gracias. Okay, here we go. Have a look and tell me what you see. So have a look and tell me what you see. Remember, there's two things you're going to see, but let's see what you see. So, Iris, what do you see? What do you see up there? Okay, I'll help you. Inclusion, right? You see inclusion. Now let's look on the back. The white spaces, read the word optical. It's an English word about how you see. So if you look at the white spaces, it's an O-P-T-I-C-A-L. Okay, so optical. So again, you're seeing two different things. So how is your brain perceiving things, all right? Here's one. What do you see? Have a look at that. But then look inside. Y-O-U. So it says you. So me and you. So again, how is our brain perceiving things, all right? All right, so there it is. So when you see, you'll see you. Tu te verás a ti a mí. Not bad, Michael? Am I getting better? Okay. All right, so here we are. Have a look at this one. Now, this is very important. I want you to see, Efren, count the number of the letter F in this next piece of writing. The number of times you see the letter F. Ready? Okay. There are 6. Okay? So if you got 6, that means your brain is functioning pretty good. So, felicitaciones. All right? All right. Privileged position. Oh, my good, Iris. There is Iris again. We took that picture last year when I was privileged to visit her school. So what do? You have a privileged position as a special ed teacher. Believe me, privileged, honored. You influence the future. You teach students who are able-bodied and differently able to be the best that they can be. In an inclusive classroom, we've got students with disabilities and students without disabilities. We learn from each other. You are an inclusionist, which is a really important word. You believe that we all learn best by being together. You believe that each student is unique and views differences as a strength. And most importantly, special ed teachers, they teach from here, but through the heart. Okay? Through the heart. All right.
This is a presentation. What class is this? What grade?
A class in
Second
Norway.
class,
They wanted to say
especially
thank you
for
to me,
my
so
honor.
they did a song. See the little girl in blue? She has a disability. Okay, they did that for me. I didn't know about that, okay? But you notice I'm trying to get you the idea or share with you that children and students are the same everywhere, okay? They're the same everywhere. Again, what Chris said this morning and Mian, we all have the same challenges in terms of inclusion. We're just at different levels, okay, in the realization of it. But I like that because for me, the reason I'm doing what I'm doing and the reason that you are becoming special ed teachers and teachers generally is because you want to make a difference, because you love, okay, students. You have a special place in your heart for students. Okay, I have to put this in because this is my daughter. So as you can see, she is pointing to the world. So inclusion is a worldwide movement. And we've heard that from both Chris and from Mian this morning. And you heard it from colleagues from Brazil, and so on and so forth throughout the conference. So, teachers around the world serve their students' needs. You are a servant leader. Every teacher is a leader, not just the principal, but every teacher is a leader because you are there to serve your students. So being a servant leader, to me, is the most honorable role that we as special education teachers have. Okay.
And responsibility.
In Bermuda, they had an inclusion day where students were awarded certificates for being inclusionists with their disabled peers. So just to let you know, this is Bermuda, which is an island nation in the Atlantic off the coast of South Carolina. Okay? So just telling you about that. So again, just to get you this journey around the world. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, but okay, here they are having their rally about inclusion. And this is in Bermuda, the primary elementary school. So they're talking about being inclusionists together. We're all different, but we're all one. All right, so I'll skip that one. So here, celebrating learning in Bermuda. This is a grade.
How are you doing, everybody? What
Grade 3
class is this?
P4 Lambert.
And what age is everybody in this class? 8 and 9 and 7. Oh, wow. 9s, a couple of 9s, a couple of 8s, and a couple of 7s. So tell me, raise your hand if math is your favorite subject.
Okay, so they all love math in Bermuda.
Okay, next subject. How about people who like, raise your hands if you like reading.
They all like reading.
Oh my goodness.
They all like math.
Raise your hands if you like coming to school. Oh,
They all
boy,
like reading.
including the teacher. Oh, that's
Teacher likes going to
wonderful.
school. Okay, just to give you, okay, physical education class in Canada. I don't know what this is. Here we go, I think. These are students with autism, students with physical disabilities, and so on and so forth, as well as with their able-bodied peer buddies, I think they call them. Okay, you get it. Cool. Yeah, this is my class in York University. It's my last class, so as you can see, I like to have engaging activities, and I like music. And you can see the diversity of the students in the class, from Africa, from the Caribbean, from Asia. All right? So Canada is very diverse, okay? So learning about inclusion, because that's what I teach special ed through an inclusionist
Just
perspective.
how many people play computer games?
This is
And as you
in
can see,
Norway.
most of the class have their hands up, so obviously computers are a big thing here in the Finland.
Finland, sorry, wrong one. Okay, they all love computer games in Finland, okay, and it's very important. So technology is also a very, very important tool to use because there are programs that can level the playing field. So what we do as special educators is level the playing field. So for example, if we have somebody in a wheelchair, we have a ramp so that they can independently navigate entrance to a building. But that also helps mothers who are pushing, okay, baby prams or strollers. It also helps people who are older or people who have got ambulatory challenges to get up instead of using steps. So that's that universal access. Okay, this is in Norway. Look outside. That's called snow. I know you don't see much of that in Mexico. That's snow.
Bravo. Bravo.
I was teaching them signing because we can communicate through signing,
Okay,
not just
ready?
words.
Skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky doo.
Signing, right? How we sign,
I love you.
right? Okay, so we communicate differently. I'm just giving you this idea. So teaching them that we don't necessarily always need to speak to communicate. So we can communicate through signing. We can also communicate through technological programs that we can use on the computer. Dragon Naturally Speaking is one, but there are many that help facilitate, okay, communication for students, okay, who are challenged in that respect. Okay, quickly, I'm just going to look at, what time have I got, 10 minutes? Okay, I'm just going to look at a couple of things in terms of learning disabilities, okay? I haven't got the time to, but I'm just going to give you a couple of quick. This is brain processing challenges, okay? So have a look at this one. Okay, visual perception. What's that a picture of? Okay, just think in your mind, okay? Does it help if I blacken out, if I make it clearer? Remember what Chris did this morning, okay? When they had the barrier, but slowly but surely, okay, when you remove the barriers, the other person could do the same thing as Chris was doing. Okay, all of a sudden, that's what it looks. So the more information and the more you clarify something, the concept becomes clearer. But everybody can learn. Here you have a look at this. Is this a picture of a horse or a frog? All right. There you are. It's a frog and a horse. So look at it there. It depends on how you look at it. You can look at that picture and see the face of a horse, but also the face of a frog. All right? So again, okay, these are different processes. We know that dyslexia, that's how a student, okay, with a learning disability, okay, dyscalculia probably, or reading challenges, they would put it like this. Is it difficult to learn to read? So they write all over the page because they have not got any spatial concepts. All right, here you go. Can you find 7 dolphins? Okay, 7 dolphins. There are 7 dolphins in that picture. Uh-huh. Okay, I got to move it. There's 7 dolphins. Okay, so it depends on how you look at them, perception. All right, ready? Say the color, not the word. Say the color, not the word is a test. 1, 2, go. Okay, ¿qué pasa? Because your brain is saying they want to say the word, but the other part of the brain is saying, okay, well, there's something wrong. The color of the word is not the color that the word is supposed to be about. So again, your brain gets mixed messages, 2 different things coming in at the same time, so it's confusing. All right, I'm not going to talk about this, just to say that I like autism spectrum disorder because I like the definition. Always unique, totally interesting, and sometimes mysterious. Okay, in the last few minutes, I'm just going to have to skip this. Okay, I'm going to have to skip this, and I apologize for this, but it'll be available. And like I said, I don't want to be late. I know that one thing that's important in Mexico is to make sure that people are on time for their lunch. Right, Michael? So I want to be culturally sensitive to that, make sure. Right, Annie? All right, so these are all sorts of things. I'll just look at visual schedules. So helping communicate using visual schedules. For example, and I'll just show you this one if I can find it, okay? So here's an example of a visual schedule. You're trying to teach a concept. So you can use all sorts of stuff. I'll look at it now. Okay, if the teacher asks a question, you're trying to teach them not just to put up their hand, but to understand what the process is of responding to a question. Ask the question, and I know the answer, and I don't know the answer. So if I know the answer, I put my hand up. If I don't know the answer, I don't put my hand up. That was a behavioral thing that we were trying to work on with kids with special needs, okay, who kept putting their hands up all the time but not know the answer, okay? So again, visual cues, okay? I raise my hand stays down. So visual pictures help the student, okay, in learning a particular skill. Social skills, we know about, there's all sorts of social skills that are required. Okay, and I'm just going to skip them because there's all sorts of stuff that I would have done, but okay, I apologize because but these things will be available. I did a whole thing on looking at 2 disabilities. In Canada, learning disabilities is 49% of students designated as being special needs students, 49%. Autism I included because it's the most rapidly growing and probably the most complex of the special needs to date. Here's one, Space Invader, quick one. This is where sometimes kids' social cues, they stand right up in front of you. They're standing right in front of you. Kids with autism or Asperger's, they'll stand right in front of you. So that's kind of discomforting for people socially. So I call it the Space Invader, okay? These are kind of the things that a person, okay, who hasn't learned about giving people their space, okay? So here's another example of a safety rule. The noise you hear is a fire alarm. You see it in Spanish. It is okay, get in line behind me. You're trying to teach a child, okay, through pictures, a communication skill, okay? I'm not going to do that. Okay, I need my group up here. Now, you're going to be standing up for this. Where's my backup group? Michael, get rid of that copy, Michael. This is a rap song I wrote for special ed teachers. Come on, Chris. Chris, come up here. Michael, come up here. I need collegial support. Addie, where's my Sinaloa gang? Yeah, where's my grip? Come. Okay, it's a very simple one, and then we get to go to lunch. Okay, now watch. 2 feet dance. Come on, get up here, come on. Oh, come on. Now watch, everybody's going to watch. Ready? And then you're going to get it up here. Come on. Arriba. Okay, ready? Now watch. Very simple, okay? Ready? Ready. That's it. Special kids, they want to learn. Teachers for this wish to yearn. Kids are different, none the same. If one's left out, then shame. We will rock you. Good, muy bien. You'll inspire and nurture each like grains of sand upon a beach. Teachers are we proud to be, gifts in children we do see. We will rock you. Again, one more time, ready? We will rock you. Muy bien. Very good. In their eyes, role models are we, loving them is the real key. Your joy and presence you've shared with me, our special journey learning you. We will rock you. Rock you. We will rock you. Wishing you now all my best. Embrace your service with real zest. Goodbye, good luck, and good health. Working with kids is your true wealth. We